It's no secret that Breath of the Wild has its share of frame issues. Whether you are in a tense battle or in a heavy forested area, even the most casual of players will notice the not so subtle frame drops. This is one of the biggest issues with the game. Some fans are just happy that they're finally able to play the game, while others say that the frame drops actually pulls them out of the immersive experience. This brings up the question, when is Nintendo going to fix this? The truth is, they already have, or at the very least, have tried. While not a complete fix for the low frame rate, Nintendo has already made an effort to create a better experience for the player. They have implemented something called dynamic resolution scaling. If you aren't familiar with this term, it means that during these intense scenes, the game will automatically scale the resolution down in order to keep the frame rate as close to 30 as it can. Nintendo isn't the only company to do this with one of their biggest games though. Microsoft applied the same method to Halo 5. Even third-party games like Diablo 3 and Overwatch have also done this. Sony has even used this and other developer tricks in past games to keep a steady frame rate. So while you may be new to this term, it's a fairly common method used in the gaming industry in order to give the players the overall best experience. This news specifically comes from Eurogamer, where they say that the resolution can drop from 720p to 648p in handheld mode. While docked, the resolution can drop from 900p to 810p. Realistically, a difference in resolution this small isn't likely going to be noticeable to most users, especially when playing off of the Switch itself. However, those with a keen eye may have noticed a slightly lower quality image. Eurogamer goes into even more detail on the situation by saying it's the same 56% increase in resolution between the two modes, whether the dynamic scaler is active or not. So the bottom line is that Breath of the Wild's increased performance level in handheld mode isn't explained by the game's ability to change its native rendering resolution. The comparatively small bump in memory bandwidth between mobile and docked configurations remains our best theory here. Undocked Switch runs LPDDR4 modules at 1331 MHz, rising to only 1600 MHz when plugged into the dock. That's a 20% increase in bandwidth to sustain a 56% uplift in resolution. Meanwhile, both CPU and GPU are tapping into that same pool of bandwidth, possibly causing contention issues. Further testing may prove otherwise, but right now, our contention is that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild switches between two resolutions depending on configuration. So to confirm, that's 648p and 720p on Wii U and Switch Mobile, and 810p and 900p on the docked Switch. Thus far, we have not seen any intermediate pixel counts, and nor have we seen any dips below a 90% reading on either axis, bearing in mind that the technique has mostly escaped being noticed thus far. It looks like Nintendo made a pretty good call on where to draw the line in terms of reducing resolution. So while some players have been vocal about the frame rate issue, this is the first time that I'm hearing about a dynamic resolution scaling with Breath of the Wild. This may be because of the minimal difference in resolution and picture quality. Nintendo likely put a lot of thought into how low they were willing to drop the resolution in order to maintain a higher frame rate. What are your thoughts on this though? When do you experience the most frame rate issues while playing? And what's most important for you, resolution or frame rate? For example, would you rather be playing at 720p and a smooth 60 frames per second, or at 1080p and a constant 30 frames per second? Let us know in the comments below. I want to thank you all for watching this video, and welcome to the End Slate. If you're a fan of these videos, you can follow me on Twitter for updates on future videos at GameOverJesse. Please subscribe, like, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you would like to watch even more of my videos, click the video to the left or let me know what types of videos you would like to see in the future. I would like to take the rest of this time to thank all of my Patreon supporters. If you're a fan of this channel and would also like to help us out by becoming a Patreon supporter and get some awesome rewards for yourself, like being a part of my videos, shoutouts, custom avatars, giveaways, being added to our private Discord to chat during live streams, and more, please visit patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where even smaller supporters at the $1 level will get you some awesome stuff. Finally, a huge thank you to this month's supporters: George Says Hi, Link Uses the Triforce, Transcendent Sacred Courage, Glenn Cassio, Prey Warrior, Lunarium, Chris Gasparin, Harris Priest, Lovable Christie, Key of Time 15, Jerome Measure, Daryl Quinnen, Furzen 16, Kadron, Magic Tech Review, and The Itch Network.